What does this sign mean, guys? You know what this is all about. What's going on? It's your boy Sydney here with you tonight. It's a Saturday. I'm a bit tired. I've just had my course. I'm looking forward to getting some good sleep after a nice, filling dinner tonight. But before I do that, I need to talk to you guys about something really important that I witnessed yesterday when I was on the train heading out of the city. Now, I was sitting there on this chair in the train, and I was heading out of the city, and there was this girl behind me with her boyfriend. I can only presume. And there was another couple behind them again, and I can only presume that they were friends with this girl and the boyfriend because they were all chatting together, right? And obviously, my back was to them, so I couldn't really see anything, but I could hear it all. And this girl started talking to the guy and mouthing off at him, and I could, when I got a peek, you know, she had the rolls hanging out, this was all hanging out of the side, and you know, wearing the netted clothes. And at some stage she mentioned that she was 27. She was looking real ragged for 27, but you know, look, some people age quicker than others. I'm not going to go down that track. That's not what this conversation's about. What it is that I need to talk about today is self-respect and respecting yourself. And you know, I've talked about respect many times, and that respect is not just about, oh, you know, you have to be nice to people, right? Respect is when you admire someone or their attributes or the things that they've actually done or achieved, right? And it's about time that some of you men that let yourself get walked all over start to admire yourself and start to look in the mirror and realize that the fact you exist contributes to society, and you make a difference, and you matter, and you're important, okay? Because so many of you don't do that. And by not doing that, you allow yourself to be treated in a certain way. You enable people to do things to you that you can't say no to. And it's so critical that you do that. Now, as I was observing this interaction with the people behind me last night, I think, I don't know, she was like all on her phone, like constantly while she was with him, constantly on the phone, which relates directly back to that video I did the other day about communication, right? And getting back in touch with people and connection. And if you haven't seen that video, please go and watch it, and please make some time for the people you love and reconnect with them, and put the phone down, turn it off, put it into airplane mode. I don't care what you have to do, but reconnect with your fellow human being without an electronic device as an intermediary to get there. Okay. So she said something like, oh, you know, don't touch it, that's my Snapchat. No, that's my Instagram. You know, don't touch it, that's my Instagram. It's like she owns fucking Instagram or something, right? It's like, okay, cool, it's your Instagram account, whatever, who cares, right? Your name's on it, doesn't matter. And then I think he went to Snapchat her or something, and he goes, oh, I'm gonna send this to my friends. I just joking around. And she goes, I swear if you do that, I'm gonna fucking stab you in your sleep. And I was like, whoa, hold the fucking phone right now, right? I was like, what is going on here? This is everything I talk about. These are the red flags to watch out for, guys. These are the women to say no to, right? These are the ones that you need to be cautious of. These are the ones that will fuck you over because they care more about themselves than they care about you. This is very important. If you know anybody who lets themselves get walked over like this, who doesn't know how to say no, share this video with them. It's so important. Because videos like this save lives, right? When you let people know that they're important, and you let them know that it's okay to say no, and they save their own life through doing so, that matters. And you guys matter. And the people that you know that you care about, that you're gonna send this video to, matter also. Anyway, so he sort of said, well, you know, I'll do this instead. And she goes, if you do that, I'm gonna slit your throat while you sleep. And then she goes, and then he was he sort of backed off, recluse, right? Because of course, why are you going to keep letting yourself get spoken to like that in front of three other mutual friends, in front of two other mutual friends, right? That is embarrassing to you as a man. It's degrading, and you should never tolerate that behavior from anyone. Not from a friend, not from a family member, not from a partner, especially not a romantic partner, right? Shouldn't tolerate it from anyone in business either. You've got to listen to this, guys, and you've got to put this into practice because it's so important. I cannot stress how critical listening to this and implementing what I'm saying to you right now is. I cannot express. This is the fire I'm bringing to you right now. See this orange? That's fire, right? So there's no smoking in this area. I don't care. Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's what I'm all about right now. Anyway, so he was like, look, I don't want to, right? I could see, right? I'm starting to like look to my side now, and I'm like looking at the vague reflection in the mirror beside me. And I'm looking at this dude, right? And he's just sort of picking up his book and starting to read it. Now, she goes, yeah, go on. She goes, go and read your bullshit book, or like your shitty book. Or she was like shitting on the book as well as shitting on the fact that he was reading a book. It's like, what have you done to educate yourself, right? What have you done to educate yourself other than listening to your bullshit friends, you know, telling you how much of a strong, empowered woman you are, treating your boyfriend like shit? Who's the fucking bitch now? And I'm sorry to use that language, but I'm also not sorry. Because you should never let yourself get treated like that, ever, by anybody. And if anyone's, oh damn, that lighting's good. Oh, all right, I'm gonna stay here for a while. And if you're ever letting yourself get spoken to like that, you need to stop that shit. You need to stop that shit and say no. Right, reclaim yourself, self-respect, men. Don't let yourself be a fucking doormat for people that don't respect you. Reclaim who you are. Understand what you're all about, and understand that you deserve more than being spoken to like a piece of shit. I don't care if you've been with your partner for the last 12 years. I don't care if you've got a kid together. You gotta stand up and be a man. Because if you don't stand up and be a man, then you're gonna sit down and be their bitch forever. I'm warning you guys, don't do it. You need to say no. You need to stand up and say, I will not tolerate you speaking to me this way. And if they start screeching at you, just say, all right, I'll see you later, or walk out. That's something people who like to put you down, people who like to shit on you and abuse you, they can't handle they can't handle when you walk away from them. Because they've always stood over people and had them in a corner, like had them sitting in a corner, right, and just standing over them and exerting control over them. And I know that some guys do this to women, and I'm not okay with that either. Right, but my audience isn't women here, guys. It's you men. Right, so I'm telling you how to deal with people like this. You have to say no. You don't understand how badly I wanted to turn around. Standard harmonic life. You don't understand how badly I wanted to turn around and say to that guy, dude, go MGTOW, MGTOW, look it up and fuck this bitch off. Because she's disrespecting him that way. And this guy seemed like a pretty nice guy. And he had like a POWR and Irish accent. I know that I distinctly remembered which one it was at the time, but because of everything else that was going on in my head, that sort of took a bit of a back seat to my primary experience. So he's obviously here, either whether he's a permanent resident or he's just a visitor or he's on a visa, whatever the case was, right? They're obviously a couple, and you could see him sitting in the corner just like with his head down in his book, and he just looked so forlorn and just defeated. And she was sitting there with this bitchy look on her face like, can't fucking believe that he just, did that to me. Who's doing what to who here, huh? Guys, you need to reclaim your masculinity. Masculinity is not toxic. Masculinity is not a negative thing. Masculinity is what has actually attracted women to men since the dawn of time. You do not, to those of you who haven't said no yet, to those of you who are watching this and saying, I wish I could do that, stop wishing and start doing. Because let me tell you something. Something incredible will happen when you start saying no. Something incredible will happen when you start standing up for yourself. People will start respecting you more. People will start treating you with decency. People will even, God forbid, look up to you. I know some of you guys look up to me, and I find that so humbling. But I'm not here for you to look up to me. I'm here to tell people what they don't already know so that they can empower themselves, right? And I know that word empowerment gets thrown around a lot, but the word empower means to arm yourself with the tools to reach a new level. right? To achieve things that you couldn't yet achieve, that you couldn't previously attain. And I'm here to empower you with the skills and the knowledge to attain a new level of self-ownership, a new level of self-sovereignty, a level that you didn't yet have before. Right, so take your life into your hands. Take it back. Because it's never going to be anyone else's life but yours, unless you let someone else take that life from you. Are you going to let someone else control who you as a human being are? Because that someone else can walk away from you tomorrow. If they walk away from you and they've got a hold of you, then they take you with you. They leave you as an empty shell of a man. Is that who you want to become, an empty shell of a man? Is that what you want to be? I want you to ask yourself that question right now, because if that's not who you want to be, then I suggest that you take back control of your own life. Now, you take control of your own sovereignty. You take control of your own person. Start saying no. Start doing what you want to do. Start accepting that you're not going to tolerate other people dictating who they think that you should be. Because you only get one life, guys. Don't fucking waste it, please. Be your own man. Be a confident man, be a strong man, be a man that knows how to say no, and be a man that's respected, because you're not a puppet to other people, right? You don't want other people walking around being your little puppeteer, you know, pulling the strings like on a marionette, right? Like in those stage shows where like the little arms are going up and down, right? And the puppeteer's like, oh, I'm gonna make him fucking dance for me. No, cut the strings, guys. Cut the strings and make shit happen. I promise you, it will change your life. Now guys, I also wanted to briefly mention before I go, because I can see my ride's almost here, I wanted to say that I'd love to see you guys at the event that my buddy Stand Up Man is holding at 10 Shepard Street, Chippendale in Broadway on the 10th of May at 7:30 p.m. He talks about the art of solo travel and how to be a man, what your father never taught you. If your father wasn't around much because he was too busy working, if he wasn't around because your mother wouldn't let him be around, if your mother was widowed and he passed away, for whatever reason, if you didn't have a strong male role model in your life, or you're lacking a bit of direction, I want to see you there. If you live in Sydney, come down and meet me. Talks about value, it talks about relationships, it talks about connection, it talks about self-sovereignty, and it also tells you how to travel solo and be your own man and what being a man is all about. And I think it's so important to know these things, and it all ties up exactly with all of these things that I'm talking about tonight, guys. Now, if you do check out the description of today's video, you'll notice that I've actually added a bunch of new cryptocurrencies, all based on the Ethereum platform. So if you've got any altcoins that you want to swing Sydney's way, feel free to do so. Also added an Ethereum address, Bitcoin and Litecoin, you guys know about that. And patreon.com/sydneymgtow if you want to help me out. And there's also the super chat as always. But for now, guys, I just want you to really take that message in. I want you to think about it. Right? And I want you to look at situations, I want you to reflect back to situations in your life where you've been treated that way, where you've been treated less than the man that you are. I want you to think about how you would handle that differently if you had that time again. And I want you to think about, especially if you're currently going through something like that, how you're going to take action to change it. Right? Find that courage, find that strength from within you, and take it and reclaim yourself as a man. Please, don't do it for me, do it for yourself, guys. And if you're one of the 50% of my viewers that have not subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button below, hit the bell next to it so you can get these daily messages from me, these daily G-ups, the daily red pills, whatever it is that you need, right, to help build your life. I guarantee there's something on my channel that you can get that will help you out. I guarantee it, guys. And I appreciate you all for coming, and I appreciate you guys for the support. I've just hit 2.6k subs. I'm blown away. I only just started this channel at Christmas, and already I'm here. I'm so humbled by you guys supporting me, and thank you so much for the feedback, telling me that you appreciate my realness, because that's what I'm all about. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce for now. You can see that my ride's just around the corner, but thank you so much for coming in. Please, please, please share this video with a guy that you know. Please share this with a video please share this video with someone that you know is being walked over. Please share this video with someone that you know that needs to reclaim their sovereignty as a man. Please share this with someone who's lacking self-respect and needs to know how to break free of the chains of trying to please everybody and trying to say yes to everybody, because being a yes man will not make you a happy man. It will make you miserable, and it will make you dependent on other people's validation. And you're a man, not a woman. Much love, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace.